Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good evening from London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG Repping, otherwise short for Delhi London Gooner Space. Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. And once again, welcome to another live content for myself, bringing you an all roundup of all the goals from the English Premier League this weekend. Before getting to all 10 of the fixtures, yeah, make sure you smash a thumbs up like button for me, yeah? Do that in abundance. Show love and appreciation. Do share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives. If you're watching for the first time, welcome on board. But share this channel amongst your friends and your relatives, yeah? Also, if you've got if you've got something to say about the games you're at, if you want to tell me what team you support, you've got a football opinion, etc., leave it in the chat. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, all positive feedback belongs in the comment section below. So leave it in the chat. Also, last but not least, do subscribe. And speaking of which, shout out to whoever you may be, whether he or she, whether you're him or her, Mr. or Mrs., whatever, regardless of your race, regardless of your culture, regardless of the nationality you are, because you've now become the 200. I am delighted to say you have now become the 230th subscriber to my channel. So well done for subscribing and welcome on board. All love and appreciation on this channel. So thanks for the subscription. Really appreciate it. And this is what happens when you subscribe. Yeah, I'll do shout you out. So get subscribing. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, being the new year. It's beautiful when I can announce another new subscriber to the channel. So I look forward to entertaining you as much as I can and as best as I can. Anyway, let's kick it off with the first game, and that's from the Emirates. Oh, yes. My fixture. The fixture that makes me feel like I have to misbehave. It was Arsenal v Tottenham, and for me, the first half an hour, total control by Arsenal. Controlled the game throughout. Even before the sending off at 2-1, we created 15 opportunities on goal. Yes, Tottenham had their moment where they could have put the ball into the back of the net, but for a fine save from Ramsdale, denying Richarlison his first North London Premier League goal. However, we dominated the game from start to finish. And for me, what a goal by Partey to make it 1-0 to the Arsenal. Oh, you just had to see it live. It was beautiful. Mwah. Top corner, keeper, no chance. And then after the 35th minute, just before half time, well, no, that was 50 minutes before half time, was it? We conceded a stupid penalty. It was a defensive, bit of a defensive mix-up. We were in a little bit in sixes. We were in sixes and sevens. Granit Xhaka failed to control a simple ball at his feet. He allowed it to bounce off his shin. And Gabriel dos Santos Magalhães, what was he thinking? I mean, this guy is a good defender, making stupid challenges in areas where he doesn't need, where it's just deemed unnecessary for him to go to ground. And we can see the penalty. Harry Kane sends Ramsdale the wrong way. Ball strokes into the middle, 1-1. However, we kept the pressure on the Spurs defence, and maybe we were lucky not to go into the interval with a 1-goal lead. However, we started the second half so early and brightly, and well, an error at the back from Hugo Lloris and Jesus with his instincts, with his predator instincts, sensed danger, smelt it, and he took his opportunity, and he wasn't going to miss from where he was. And Granit Xhaka, who has been absolutely superb this season. You can't fault the man, and he gets the winning goal. But before the winning goal, yes, I was talking about that sending off. My word, I did say it on the fan cam that Emerson Royale should be arrested, because if I did that to someone, I'll guarantee you, yeah, I'll be nicked. Especially if that was done in front of an undercover police officer. So you imagine um, him doing that on the football pitch is one thing. Him doing that on the street, he would be nicked. He should be nicked. I mean, that he's he's right down his leg to his ankle, and I can see the pain that Martinelli is going through. However, he picked himself up and carried on, and the sending off was our again, and Martinelli had the freedom to do whatever he wanted to do. You know, Emerson Royale couldn't handle him on the day, and the rest is history. And Martinelli in that second half turned up, but my man of the match, Thomas Partey, what an all-round midfield general display. Absolute performance to a T. For me, he is key to where Arsenal can finish in the table this season. He's key to our top four ambitions, without a shadow of a doubt. So it finished Arsenal 3, Spuds 1. The next fixture I'm going to talk about is Bournemouth v Brentford. Well, there were some talking points here that I would like to go through. The penalty decision that Bournemouth felt that they should have had, but I didn't think it was a penalty. The defender was on his way to the ground because his left foot had slipped into the turf, and it brought the attacking Bournemouth player down in the area. But for me, not enough to give a penalty. Ivan Toney had to clear off the line because I think Bournemouth were going for. I think the attempted headed goal was going into the back of the net, obviously, and Ivan Toney did his due diligence defensively by helping his team clear a header off the line. Other than that, it wasn't too much of a bad game for me, but it was just a league goal, a Premier League goal that was missing. So it finished Bournemouth 0, Brentford 0. Crystal Palace v Chelsea. Now, Palace hadn't played for a month, and you wouldn't think it the way they started the game off. Well, the way they started, but then again, I think they were on the back foot, but they got a notice in front against the run of play, and after that, they did create opportunities to extend their lead by 2, maybe 3 clear goals. However, towards the business end of the first half, Chelsea found their mojo, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, what a finish. Good finish. I mean, Thiago Silva had an assist, but he should have been sent off. He deserved to be sent off. It was a clear handball, stopping and a Palace attacker running on goal. And for me, the referee did not show enough bottle to send him off. That was a blatant red card. I do not know how VAR could look at that and say it was a yellow card. That was a straight red card, and he should have been going on to be suspended for 3 games, Thiago Silva. But he remained on the pitch, assisted Aubameyang for the equaliser. And then in that game, you'd think a draw was a fair result, as both teams were definitely competitive. And then a moment of brilliance by Conor Gallagher, where he picked up top bins on the left-hand side of Guaita's goal, giving the keeper no chance. However, he didn't celebrate due to the respect for the club that loaned him at Selhurst Park last season. So in the end, he showed his respect. So he finished Crystal Palace 1, Chelsea 2. Fulham v Newcastle United. Well, Nathaniel Chalobah deserved his straight red. That tackle could have broken the leg of Scott Longstaff, but I am delighted to say that he recovered and continued with the match. And Newcastle were absolutely phenomenal. I mean, they created opportunity. They created a couple of opportunities before the first goal. and they got their noses in front, and deservedly so. Callum Wilson with a tapping with the ball not over the line yet, and then one of the goals for me, possibly one of the goals of the season, and definitely goal of the month. Miguel Almiron, what a technique! What a good 1-2, nice 1-2 play, but a technique for him to take it on his left foot and looped past Bernd Leno, giving Leno no chance. What a goal! What an well executed goal. And Newcastle were deservedly 2 clear goals up. And for me, Fulham just capitulated defensively, and Scott Longstaff, who went through a bad tackle from Nathaniel Chalobah, got his nose in front. I mean, there was a head. I think it came from a header that hit the post. I think Leno got fingertips on it that went onto the post, but Longstaff was there to make it game, set, and match. And then in the second half, Newcastle started off really brightly again. I think they had a lot of the game in their favour. They were always on the front foot. And Miguel Almiron gets his second goal of the game, and Newcastle United's fourth. And it was an emphatic performance by Newcastle United. There was no complaints. However, Fulham gets a consolation through Declan Reid, who gets the goal. And Newcastle's had 2 further goals disallowed, and Almiron, it's a shame that he was just offside, because he was on for a hat-trick and he thought he had it, but he was just offside. And Ryan Fraser was just offside when he scored a magnificent chip, and it was a very good chip, very good goal where he chipped the goalkeeper. However, all in all, deserved win for the Magpies, which finished Fulham 1, Newcastle United 4. Liverpool v Brighton. Now, what a game. If you're a neutral and you want to pick a Premier League game to go to on Saturday, this was the one at Anfield. For me, from a neutral point of view, it was a good game. But for me, Brighton did definitely deserve maybe more than the point. They were they were more superior team in the first half, and they should have been 4 clear goals up at half time. How on earth they did not finish off Liverpool is beyond me. Well, they got their noses in front, and rightfully so. Trossard, man of the match, deserved the match ball. This is how he got the match ball. He, fine bit of football from Brighton that first half, and Trossard definitely, took his goal very well. Do excuse me. This is just not one of those. Oh dear. Excuse me. I will be back with the light. Here we go. Yeah, Trossard was absolutely amazing. And then the second goal, just as good as his first goal. However, I think Liverpool spring to life when Mo Salah had an opportunity where it looked like it was going in, and Robert Sanchez pulled off another good save. And then at the back, Liverpool hit Brighton on the attack again, and Firmino gets Liverpool back into the game at 2-1 in Brighton's favour. And then in the second half, Liverpool came again, and they got the equaliser. I think it was a Firmino second goal, and it was game on 2-2. And then Liverpool got their noses in front. It was a crazy game because Brighton had created opportunities. I mean, after opportunities, Danny Welbeck in the first half, I've forgotten to say, had a header which he should have scored from. And there was 2 more chances that Brighton should have scored from in the first half. But in the second half, Liverpool got their noses in front, and they thought they had done enough to win the game. But Brighton had other ideas. Danny Welbeck should have scored with another opportunity he had in the second half. But Alisson made some fine saves. However, there was nothing Alisson could do to stop Trossard getting an equaliser, which is his hat-trick. And at the end of the day, I think a draw was a fair result. So it finished Liverpool 3, Brighton over Albion 3. The last game of the Saturday fixture was West Ham United v Wolves. Again, Wolves total. Well, with Wolves, they do come across a team that create opportunities and play nice football. However, they just struggling to score goals, and it proved to be Bruno Lage's last game because he was dismissed by the hierarchy in the end. However, his team didn't do too badly. West Ham were definitely on their game, and Fabianski had to make a couple of a good save in that first half. However, Scamacca gets himself a fine first Premier League goal, and what a strike it was. Second half, West Ham got the job done. Jarrod Bowen took his goal well. And with Jarrod Bowen, I get the impression he doesn't want to pass the ball. He just wants to score as many goals as possible. And if you look at the first goal, he's beating 2 or 3 players. He wanted to beat the next defender. To that defender's credit, he gets a tackling, but Scamacca gets that fine strike first time, 1-0. But Bowen makes it 2-0 with a good finish, cuts inside and unleashes that unstoppable footed drive, 2-0. Right. And it finished West Ham United 2, Wolves 0. Next game, this Sunday's game, the Manchester Derby. Let's kick off with that, of course. Wow. For me, it was electrifying the way Man City started off that game, and you could see how dominating they were, and you know, without Rodri in the midfield, without a certain player in the midfield, and you could see how in control they were, and in the 8th minute, their reward paid dividends. Cross comes in, and Phil Foden strokes it top, the roof of the net really, and Man City are 1-0 up, and then United come into life, but didn't do enough. I think they were not good enough in the final third at the time, and this is before Haaland got his first goal, and when he did get his first goal, Man City's second, it was from an in-swinging corner. He gets up above every Man United any Man United defender you can think of, heads it past De Gea, ball's about a foot over the line, and the referee got the signal on his watch saying goal, 2-0. And then 2-0 became 3-0 as Man City went on the attack again. I mean, Man City were popping off shots and creating opportunities like nobody's business. And Haaland gets on the score sheet again to make it 3-0. Oh, I've forgotten the way he scored it. It'll come to me. Haaland's second goal. Oh, yes. Yeah, it was his second goal. That's it. And for me, it was game, set, and match. But if you thought that was game, set, and match, he gets on the end of the ball on the wing, finds Foden, who wanted it more than Tyrell Valencia, and before it was some 4-0 game, set, and match. The game is put to bed. However, in the second half, I felt Man City took their foot off the pedal and allowed Man United back into the game. And what a fine strike! I have to say, it was the best goal of the game. Antony, what a strike! Not many goalkeepers with the world would have saved that. And I think he came on and he made a little impact for himself, if not for his teammates. The next goal in that second half, it was Haaland's hat trick, and the build up to the goal was the build up to his hat trick, his goal, and Man City's fifth was just far too easily. They just cut through Manchester United far too easily. Haaland's movement, it's like he anticipates where the ball's going to come and he slots it in, 2-0. Hat trick, 5-1. And then 5-1 became 6-1. And, Haaland turning an assist again, finding Foden, onside. he's got the time, all the time in the world to place it where he wants it, and what a fine strike, 6-1, and then Man United get a couple of consolation goals. Martial getting onto the score sheet after a good bit of work by Fred, who has a fierce shot saved by Ederson, but Martial heads in the rebound, and then Man City concede a late penalty, which was always going to be the last goal of the game. And Martial took his penalty really well. Good strike, to be fair. But other than that, it was Man City's day, and I think you had to. If you can't give two match balls, you're going to have to split the match ball between Foden and Haaland. It finished Manchester City 6, Manchester United 3. So next game, Leeds United v Aston Villa. Now, this fixture was played at a high tempo, chances created mainly by Aston Villa, but goals couldn't be scored. I mean, one manager criticised another team for their bizarre tactics in not wanting to come out and express themselves. I don't know. But however, I mean, Rodrigo had a fierce shot over the bar and not far off top bins. Aston Villa had chances of their own. Ollie Watkins, I think he had a couple of chances. John McGinn had to make a vital tackle. But other than that, yeah, I say he meant to make a vital tackle just to prevent a goal. But other than that, it was just another stalemate game. So it finished Leeds United 0, Aston Villa 0. Last but not least, yesterday's game, Leicester City v Nottingham Forest. Earlier in that first half, I think Awoniyi, he's put clear on goal. Beats, I think he beats one defender, unleashes a shot that hits the post. However, Leicester were just too. Leicester got control of the game, created the opportunities, and James Maddison with a deflected shot into the back of the net. And then Harvey Barnes, who cuts inside as he does with his pace, unleashes a right-footed curler, and what a goal it was. James Maddison, I mean, the form that he's playing with, the form that he's been on this season, despite Leicester's woeful start to the season, and it's been a dreadful start to the season for Leicester City, and the speculation going on around the club, on and off the pitch. However, he gets a fine free kick, and what a free kick it was. He's placed it really well, keep giving the keeper no chance, and then Patson Daka in the second half with a cheeky flick at the near post sums up a good night for the Foxes. So it finished Leicester City 4, Nottingham Forest 0. Now for me, that's all the fixtures rounded up and the goals, and I'm gonna cut it here and keep it. Keep it. Well, I'll keep it going. I would love to keep it going, but I'm going to cut it here and say yet again, thank you all. So, ladies and gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, I thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for putting up with me, saving the best to last. And remember, I'm always here to do content, yeah? So just remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, look after your friends, look after your families, do look after yourselves, which is important. Peace, love, and bless again. Other than that, DLG repping, I'm here to talk to you lot again. And last but not least, just remember, always, please be nice, as always. Thank you. Good night.